SPMP サイドストーリークンネチプ
Previous overview. They arrived at Kotan where they were going, and were led by a woman there to a certain house. And Kunnecup was surprised when she heard her sister's name from the elderly couple of the house. I didn't expect my sister's name to come up from this old couple, so I was a little surprised by the unexpected development. But this is a happy development. I didn't know that the opportunity to know what he wanted to know the most would come so soon. I told them my name, saying that I was Tokupchup's sister, but the old couple didn't seem surprised, they just nodded slightly and looked at me with a smile. It was as if they were waiting for me. When I was beckoned by the old lady to move forward, she held my hand and said gently, "It's nice to see you." She said that I looked a lot like my sister, and when she saw my face, she immediately recognized me as my sister. At the urging of the old lady, we sat around the hermitage, where she told me many stories about the time when my sister came here. She told me that when my sister first came here, everyone was exhausted, and she was very surprised by the number of people. However, at that time, I was worried about her because she didn't stay very long and left immediately, but when I visited here again after a while, she showed me how well she was, and she was a cute girl with a smile. Old lady said. However, the more she learned about my sister, the more she felt that my sister was a strange child, and even though she was still a child at the time, she had a lot of knowledge about the sky, the smell of the wind, and so on, and she said that she didn't think of my sister as a normal child. My sister didn't tell her what happened on the other side of the mountain until the end, and old lady told me that she felt sorry for her when she was sometimes alone looking at the sea lonely, or when she was muttering something to herself. It seems that my sister used to come to old lady from time to time, but every time my sister came, more and more people gathered at my sister's place, and she seemed to be adored by everyone because she made various tools and became a playmate for the children. It's unique to my sister. My sister was dexterous with her hands, she was better at textile than I was, and she was kind to everyone, so there was always someone around her, even in Kotan, and she was special to me and to everyone. As I listened quietly to the old lady's story, a meal was prepared, and while we were all talking and eating, a man came into the house and told us that the house we were going to sleep in was ready, and that he would show us around later. Oh my God! I'm surprised because I didn't expect to be so kind. I wonder if this is also thanks to my sister. I felt like I was getting closer to my sister again. After we finished eating, we were led to the house where we would be staying today. The house was a little large for the two of us to sleep in, and the floor was covered with straw and seemed to be a comfortable room to sleep in. The man who showed us around told us that it was a long way to the Hantomunapuri where my sister lived, and that the road was complicated, so he would show us around after he was ready, and then he told us to stay in this house and wait until he was ready, and then he left the room. A lot has happened before I came to this Kotan, but it seems that I will finally be able to reunite with my sister. I have a lot of things I want to talk about with my sister. I want to apologize to my sister a lot. The anticipation is so heartbreaking that it is painful. For now, all we have to do is wait until it's ready, so let's take a look around Kotan before we leave. I saw a lot of unusual things in this Kotan, and I might hear a story about my sister from someone. Among the familiar sights of drying fish in Kotan, one thing that caught my attention was the large number of red-black grains. Many of the grains were spread out on straw like sun-dried ones, and the basket next to them was packed with them. When I asked someone nearby what this grain was, he told me that it was called rice and that it tasted good when boiled. It doesn't look delicious to me, but I don't know what it tastes like until I try it myself. The people of Kotan were all friendly and kind. Many people knew about my sister, and she was popular for teaching children how to weaving of textiles, etc. Also, many people said that it was very helpful for my sister to tell me about the weather, which was a little surprising. My sister has a gentle personality, so I wonder if she couldn't keep silent and watch. In any case, it was nice to see my family praised by so many people, and I was in a good mood afterwards, but the next day I received another bad news. Today's story ends. The continuation of the story will be updated every Saturday. Please look forward to. If you like, please subscribe to the channel. See you again.